Hey, Pamela Herman here with ShareEngine. In this quick video, we're going to talk about personal branding. And I love this subject because really when people come to me for training and they say, where should I start? This is really where every marketer should be starting their business, whether it's online or offline. You have got to be so clear and concise as to who it is that you are, what do you do, and what makes you unique. When you go into the online space and you start to build your business through the internet marketing and the social networks, it becomes even more critically important that you understand specifically what your brand represents, because what you ultimately want to be able to do is to be at the top of the mind of people who know you. So when they listen to a friend talk about a challenge that they have, they immediately think about you and they're like, oh my gosh, you need to meet Sally. Sally could absolutely help you with that, okay? That's really what the whole intention behind personal branding is. And the more clear and concise you can be with your personal brand, the more specific or thin sliced that niche is, the better. So what we're gonna do in this video is explain to you a little bit more about personal branding, how it is that you can create your own personal brand. And I'm going to show you some examples of people who have it so dialed in. They're so much fun to watch and they're completely unique in their niche. So with that, let's go ahead and hop on the internet. Now, there's a gal here named Ash, and she's so wacky. I absolutely love her personal brand. Her business is called the Middle Finger Project. She's got a team of ladies that she works with, and they help businesses create their own personal brand online. I absolutely love her. Everything about her style is just basically like, look, if you don't like it, not a big deal. There's plenty of people out there that will. So doing business and life differently and having way more fun than the neighbors is their little moniker. So even when you look at the way she writes copy, the way the images kind of rest, her calls to action, everything about this is unique to any other internet marketers that I've seen out there. I love, love, love the way Ash has designed her business. And if you click on the About page, it's so cool. She's like, look, before you go on reading the ubiquitous About page, trying to decide if you like us or hate us, well, trying not to drip wine on your keyboard, let's get one thing straight. Now, right out of the gate, she is just setting a boundary. And she's saying, look, some of you are going to like me. Some of you are not going to like me. It doesn't matter. Let's get one thing straight. We're only for a certain type of crowd. So I really, really want to encourage you to go to the middlefingerproject.org. Check out the way she uses language. She's very funny. She's specific as to who she wants to work with. And I encourage you to be that specific with who it is that you want to work with. As a matter of fact, that's typically step one, is that you decide, look, who's my ideal customer? Who do I want to work with? And then how do I speak a language that is going to attract them? How am I going to bring them toward me with not just the value of the content that I put out there, but what is going to connect them to me emotionally? What's going to make them like me in the online space, share my content, even more importantly, and bring their circle of influence toward you? That's what this is all about. I want you to think about the hub of the wheel is going to be your web page. Everything that gets pushed out into the social networks will be starting at your blog and at your website. So the first call to action for you is to think about who you are. Okay. Second question is, what do you do? And the third question is, what makes you unique? Because let's be honest, there are a lot of people out there creating just a chaos of information in the marketplace, in the online space, and you have got to differentiate yourself through a level of authenticity that makes you really likable by your target audience, okay? Now, by stark contrast to Ash, we're gonna hop over to Amy. And Amy has a very quiet presence online. She's very conservative. She comes from the Tony Robbins organization. She was the head of his marketing, and then she broke off on her own and has now created a brand revolving around Facebook training. And she is one of the best out there. I've been following her work for a couple of years now, and she always puts out just 5-star content. I love, love, love her brand. Now, her brand is actually going through a little bit of a transition right now. She's moving from Facebook marketing into more of a digital marketing. She's doing podcasts now, and you can see that her opt-in at the top of the fold here is pretty general. It's all, how it is that I can help you build an email list using social media. So in contrast to Ash, Amy's presence is very quiet and conservative, okay? And that's good too, because there's an audience for people just like Amy. Now, we hop over to Jody Jealous, and Jody is so much fun. She's very extroverted. She's an Australian. She teaches you all about how to build a blogging empire through videos. She shows you the equipment to use, how you can do it very inexpensively, how to create content, what are some keys to success with video marketing. So if video is your niche and something that you have a personal love for and passion for, you will definitely want to get on Jody's list and check out everything that she's done to build her personal brand around that thin slice of expertise, okay? Now, let's hop over to Scott Stratton. And Scott is somebody that I've been following recently. He's, again, so funny. I tend to follow people. This is just me. I tend to follow people who are fringe, okay? They are wacky, they're on the edge, they're always saying something that's really outside the norm. They're not afraid to take risks with their opinions. They're not afraid to polarize people. I love, love, love following people like that. Scott, his whole brand is all around the un. It's the un. He doesn't want to fall into the norms of the way other people do business. So he teaches people to market unlike everybody else, the way everybody else is marketing out there. His podcast is different than the way other people podcast. His books are written in such a completely unique way. As a matter of fact, I just picked up his book, this one up here, QR Codes Kill Kittens, and it's absolutely hysterical. It talks about QR codes and how we're not quite ready for them as a society. So anyway, Scott Stratton is definitely somebody to check out. He's super funny. Now, we go over to this gentleman right here. His blog site is turndogmillionaire.com, and he's just quirky. Look at the way he dresses, and he's very kind of a throwback. He does a lot of black and white videos, but his whole niche is all about how to tell stories, which is critically important to our success as we're writing copy, as we're doing videos. This is really what connects us together emotionally, is storytelling. And so his whole personal brand revolves around educating people on how to tell stories. And so we go over here to the twins, Mike and Rick. These guys are Canadians also, just adorable. They're in their early 20s. They're very young, but really, really keyed into what their generation will respond to. They're helping their generation to learn how to build a business online, travel the world. They're more globally conscious. They're more spiritually conscious. And so their whole moniker of Inspire, Create, Explore really personifies their personal brand. So they talk about their mission and their core values, about opportunity hacking, creativity, and reaching out. So they love to help other people. They're extremely abundant. So check out Mike and Rick just so you get an idea of what the younger generation is creating out there and how they're really nichifying their message. So with that, your call to action is to think about who you are, not just think, I'd like you to write this down, who you are, what you do, what makes you different. Think about what makes you unique so that you can elevate yourself, your online reputation to this place of superiority. You are the go-to, you are the expert in a specific area. And what is that specific area? And if you're unclear, just think about what it is that you really enjoy doing and doesn't create a whole lot of fear. Something that's going to create a lot of confidence for you. Perhaps it's writing, in which case blogging would be a good idea. Perhaps it's video, in which case vlogging would be a good idea. Perhaps it is more social media. How is it that you create content on your website that you can push out through the social networks? Keep it super authentic. We don't want to change who you are. We just want to elevate you to a level where you become the expert over time. So I hope this video has been purposeful and of value to your business. If so, we'd love to get your comments down below. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know that we're doing a good job. And for now, this video is a wrap.